Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'd like to thank everyone and welcome everyone in watching our JC Premier Sales Orientation. Before we get started with this presentation, I just have a simple question. How would you like to have a nice looking house like this? Or an exotic looking car like that? Or how about this? Go on a vacation for 30 days in Hawaii without even thinking of the expenditures. Here in JC Premier Business International Incorporated, dreams do come true. If you're serious enough in this opportunity, you could make up to 15,000 pesos per day, up to 105,000 pesos per week, and up to 450,000 pesos per month. And if you're very serious and want to make JC Premier as a full-time career, you can make up to 105,000 pesos per day, up to 735,000 pesos per week, and up to 2.9 million pesos per month. Isn't that amazing? For most people, they can't imagine making that much income. And the reason why is because they have their mindset towards employment and salary. Now let's go over through a life of an employee. An employee, what they do is they go around the rat race. They work, they get paid. After expenses, they have no savings. They just go round and round the rat race for 10, 20, or 30 years and still have no saving. Now for some of the people that's self-employed, if you work, you get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. These are professionals like dentists, accountant, and many more, and people that owns their own stores, restaurant, and so on. Now let's talk about our ways to earn money. Now a lot of people, their mindset to make money is just to work hard. Hey, I have nothing against working hard, but take a look at this. This street vendor, is he hardworking? Of course he's hardworking. Day and night he's at the street trying to sell what he's trying to sell. But did he get rich? No. How about this jeepney driver? Day and night he's at the street driving, trying to make a living. But did he get rich? No, he did not get rich. How about this construction worker? He is also hardworking. But did he get rich? No, he did not get rich. This call center agent works night shifts and works hard as well. But did he get rich? No, did not get rich. Most of us had that mindset to go to school, finish college, to get a great job. Or sometimes, if things doesn't work out, apply and find work abroad. Now that's our way of making money. If you're an employee that makes 20,000 pesos per month, minus tax, minus SSS, minus PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig, more or less, your salary is just 16,450 pesos. Now let's talk about how much you spend in your food in one whole month. Let's just say for the whole family, 6,000 pesos. How about your clothing allowance? Of course, you have to buy clothes, you have to buy socks, underwears, and so on. Let's just put a budget on our clothing allowance for 1,000 pesos. How about our electricity? We watch TV, our refrigerator, our AC. Let's just put a budget on our electricity for 1,500 pesos. How about our water bills with our mineral water? Let's just put a budget on that for 400 pesos. How about our rent for our condo or our apartment and so on? Let's just put a budget on that for 3,500 pesos. Now most of you guys can agree that 3,500 pesos is a very small room. And if you have any loans out there, let's just put another budget on that for 1,500. Let's just put communication allowance 1,000 pesos. How about transportation allowance? Let's just put another budget on that for 1,000 pesos. If you have any kids that goes to school, let's just put 2,000 pesos per month. If you have 3 kids, then it's going to be 6,000 pesos. It's as simple as that. How about the educational allowance like tuition fees and books and papers and projects? Let's just put 2,000 pesos a month. How about our hobbies? Of course, we want to go to Starbucks, we want to eat at the latest restaurants, we want to watch the latest movie. Let's just say the budget that you put out on your hobbies is 2,000 pesos per month. And if you add all of that monthly expenses, you actually went over your budget. That's the reason why you as an employee, if you work, you get paid after expenses, you have no savings. Now what is there to do? You have to get yourself over to the right side of the quadrant. You have to get into business or become an investor. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you become an investor, you have to have a lot of capital. Let's start off with business. Now the reason why business is very lucrative is because they follow the law of leverage. Now what is this law of leverage? You as an owner of your business, you have 8 hours a day. If you hire 12 employees, multiply that with 8 hours a day, you just don't have 8 hours. You also have an additional 96 hours. That's the power of law of leverage. And that's why if you get into business, you have a more possibility to get your dreams. Now this is the best bet for every startup entrepreneur. Is get into franchising. Here is the 8 best franchises in the Philippines. If you go all the way down to the top 1 best franchises in the Philippines is what we have, the food cart and kiosk. Now this has been researched and studied by University of the Philippines. JC Worldwide Franchise Incorporated with JC Premier Business International Incorporated is giving out a very unique opportunity for anybody that wants to make some money. Now here is our CEO and President, Mr. Jonathan So, and our Vice President, CFO, Mr. Carlito Macadangdang. JC Worldwide Franchise Incorporated and JC Premier Business International has its legalities. We are featured in various magazines, and JC Worldwide Franchise Incorporated has over 500 branches nationwide. JC Worldwide Franchise Incorporated has various food carts from Siopaw the King, Burger Factory, Noodle House, Potato Loops, and Sergeant Sisig. Also our popular and flagship food cart, Siomai King. Our food cart is also located in various popular places like SM, Robinson, MRT, LRT, NCCC Malls, Shopwise, Evergood Tesco, Gaisano Capital, Pure Gold, and Santa Lucia East. JC Worldwide Franchise Incorporated is located at Cati City. JC Worldwide Franchise Incorporated could create up to 2 million pieces of siopaw per month. We can also create 14 million pieces of siomai per month. We also have our fully automated siopaw machine. We also have our fully automated sauce machine. And we also have our fully automated siomai machine. JC Worldwide Franchise Incorporated also has its own carpentry division. Now let's talk about food cart business. Let's say you have a Siomai King and you are able to earn some around 700 pesos up to 3,000 pesos net income per day. Now let's just put an average in the whole month and let's say you average 1,500 pesos per day. If you multiply that in 30 days in a month, that's 45,000 pesos net income per month. Now what is the price of our Siomai King? Now if you take a look at our competitor, which is Siomai H, their franchise fee is 250,000 pesos. Their setup fee is 150,000 pesos. So that's more or less somewhere around 400,000 pesos. Now let's take a look at M Siomai. Their franchise fee is 280,000 pesos. Their setup fee is 150,000 pesos. More or less, that's 430,000 pesos. Now here is Siomai King. Franchise fee is 168,888 pesos. And our setup fee is 90,000 pesos. More or less, that's 258,888 pesos. And we don't just serve 4 pieces of siomai, we serve 5 pieces of siomai compared to our competitors. Now if you look at the price, Siomai King is a lot cheaper than our other competitors. Now here's a big question. Who has 258,888 pesos? Majority of the viewers can agree with me that they don't have the money. This is where JC Premier comes into play. And this is why I love JC Premier. because you don't even have to have 258,000 pesos to get started to put up your own franchise. With JC Premier, we have this unique opportunity where you could get your food cart without even putting up 258,000 pesos. JC Premier Business International grand launching was at SMX Convention when